The UK Prime Minister delivered an ultimatum to Israel yesterday. If there's no ceasefire with Hamas soon, he will support a Palestinian state.
Well, that sparked strong protests from Israeli leaders and President Trump. The president said if you do that, you really are rewarding Hamas. CBN's Paul Petit explains from Jerusalem.
While the IDF continues its assault against Hamas in Gaza, Israel is seeing setbacks on the global stage. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer is joining with France by saying he will recognize a Palestinian state in September unless Israel agrees to a ceasefire.
We believe that this announcement and the recognition of UK of the state of Palestine will bring justice and peace for the region.
President Trump says he did not discuss Starmer's decision when they met this week and criticized the plan.
You know, you're rewarding Hamas if you do that, and I don't think they should be rewarded. So I'm not in that camp, to be honest. We'll let you know where we are, but I am not in that camp.
The move by the UK comes amidst a UN conference pressing for a two-state solution, but only about 15 of the nations attending have expressed support for a statement calling for a Palestinian state.
It ain't gonna happen. We are aware of the fact that there are countries in Europe today with a huge Muslim population. Sometimes it affects the policies of their governments, but this cannot and will not lead Israel to commit suicide. We won't allow a jihadist terror state in the heart of our ancient homeland. It ain't gonna happen.
As the IDF continues to apply military pressure on Hamas in Gaza, Israel's effort is on freeing the 50 Israeli hostages still remaining in captivity. Netanyahu says he's holding daily talks to make that happen.
But there is one big obstacle, and everyone knows it. That is Hamas. It is stubborn in its refusal. President Trump said it. We say it. Everyone who knows the facts, including the mediators, everyone knows it. We are not letting up. We will continue to do everything we can in one way or another.
In an historic move, the European Union and the entire Arab League, including Muslim countries, signed on to a declaration condemning the October 7, 2023 terrorist attack and calling on Gaza to release all hostages and end its rule in Gaza. A glimmer of hope for Israel more than 20 months after the largest terrorist attack on its soil. In Jerusalem, Paul Petit, CBN News.
Now, realize the political pressure that's on the Prime Minister of Great Britain. Just do a quick Google search on the Muslim mayors of cities in England, and it will absolutely surprise you. The long-running joke that London is going to be Londonistan. That strategy is actually working. It's a combination of reproduction and immigration, and it's leading to a dramatically different Great Britain, and that is behind all of this. It's remarkable political pressure. Also, London is the epicenter of the propaganda for Hamas and has been for some time. So it shouldn't surprise us that Great Britain is now in a position of, well, let's reward Hamas for October 7th. The main obstacle to peace, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, the main obstacle to peace is Hamas. If they would surrender, if they would release the hostages, there would be instant peace in Gaza, not just some kind of temporary, it would be instant. Israel does not want this war. They don't want to be in Gaza. They don't want anything to do with it, but it was forced upon them because they took the hostages. The other major cause is this long-standing ideology of the Palestinians, that they want to wipe Israel off the map. They want to drive Israel to the sea. When I hear talk from Western powers about establishing a Palestinian state, I go, well, where were you in 1948? Where was the pressure on the Arab nations to come to peace with Israel? Where were you in 1967 when Israel offered the territory back, offered Jerusalem back? And it was absolutely refused. The famous 3 no's coming out of Khartoum, the Arab states completely rejected it. Where were you when President Clinton offered Arafat everything he wanted, and still there was no peace? There wasn't a Palestinian state, and that's because the Palestinians haven't wanted their own state. What they want is everything, and they want to drive Israel to the sea. Until that happens, they're never going to come to peace with Israel. They're never going to recognize it.